love this thing. Soundcore. And I'm gonna continue to rock it. Oh, that was incredible. All right, Brannon, what's up with the big cinematic, in-your-face music choice? I'll tell you, it's because I wanted your undivided attention. Otherwise, you'd be thinking it's just another Soundcore Bluetooth speaker. Well, brace yourselves, because I'm about to share with you right now, right here, this is definitely not just another speaker. Welcome back to the Brannon No channel. So happy to have you all here in your smiley faces with me in the studio once again. Yes, it is true that Soundcore is definitely no amateur when it comes to their Bluetooth speaker lineup. There is plenty to choose from. But when they came up with the new Soundcore's name, Boom 2, they weren't kidding. Let's talk about it. In the box, you get Soundcore's user manual in a few different languages. You also get a USB-C to a USB-C charging cable. Now, I've mentioned this in the present, as in we're starting to see a lot more of these style cables coming in the boxes, but the drawback seems to be they're not including the actual AC adapter. So you're gonna have to have one of those special adapters that take a USB-C, not a USB-A. Just an FYI. And unfortunately, no 3.5mm auxiliary cable included. However, when we go over the connections, you'll know just why that is soon enough. And lastly, in the box is your Soundcore Boom 2 Bluetooth speaker. Now, when I pulled this out for the first time, I've got to be honest, I was far from impressed. I mean, I'm used to Soundcore's premium builds, you know, the heft that comes with each speaker that they put out in this size, of course. So yes, very lightweight, and I think they may have done this on purpose just to make it that much more easy to tote this around wherever you go. The whole shroud is in a matte black hard plastic material. On the handle, you get a grayish blue plate with the Soundcore name, and under that you have these finger grooves that I'm digging. On the front, you do get an all-metal grille with the Soundcore logo. On the back, again, more plastic with the Soundcore name stamping. Did you know that this is a Soundcore speaker? Because they're gonna make sure you do. You have a rubber grommet seal that when opened, we get the USB Type-C charging port and a USB-A reverse hookup as a power bank. And as you notice, no 3.5mm auxiliary input. So yes, now you know why there was no 3.5mm cable. On the right and left side is where your passive radiators reside, and their shock system is definitely going to impress you. Trust me, when we test them out later, you'll see. On the front panel, we get the power on and off button. Next to that is your Bluetooth sync, then your volume minus, play and pause, and volume plus. Next is the party cast button. That is for connecting multiple Soundcore devices. I'll talk later on that as well. And lastly, your bass up 2.0 button. And I've got to say, wow, that is where they get the name Boom. On the very bottom is 4 independent rubber pads that help keep the speaker in place while you're jamming. All right, let's go ahead and nerd out with me real quick. I'd love to go over the specs and what this thing is packed with. It's exciting. All right, let's get right into the meat and potatoes. The reason you are going to absolutely love this speaker is for the definition Boom 2. Meaning with their built-in bass up 2.0 technology, it boosts the speaker from its already deep bass with 50-watt subwoofer and their dual 15-watt tweeters, giving us a total of 60 watts with 2.1 channel of surround sound to 80 watts of louder and deeper, but still remains distortion-free of crystal clear sound. Now, of course, this is their words, their bragging rights, if you will. It's certainly not mine, but as I sit right here in front of you today, it is every bit of it and then some. Now you've heard the words 2.1 channel surround sound, right? Even though this is a front forward facing sound design, you'll be able to experience dynamic audio with an active crossover for those clear highs and deep lows. Use their true wireless system and pair 2 of the Boom 2s together to get that full stereo surround. Do you need it? No. Would it be nice? Of course. Now, as far as battery goes, you're going to get 24 hours of playtime. Now, that sounds pretty damn awesome, doesn't it? But let's look at the fine, faded print, shall we? Battery playtime data is using the speaker at 50% volume and with bass up and lights turned off. Well, they're saying battery percent depends on the situation at hand, how loud you like it, and how flashy you dig the lights can all be determined by you. Coming with Bluetooth 5.3 and another awesome feature that they added is obviously the power bank that I mentioned earlier. With their PartyCast 2.0, you can literally connect 100 plus Soundcore speakers for what they say is a next level party atmosphere. What I would say is more like a city ordinance violation by your local police department. When it comes to portability, the Boom 2 has no boundaries. With their IPX7 rating, it's completely waterproof and it floats. So no more worries setting it on the edge of the pool or on the boat rail, or if jamming in the rain is your thing, go for it. And lastly, you get the Soundcore Stellar app, which we'll go over next. Click on Soundcore, click on your Boom 2 speaker, let it connect. Okay, very first thing I want you to do, tap on Settings. Scroll down to Update Firmware, click on that. Just make sure you're up to date with the latest version. Okay, back out of Settings. At the top left, you see the Boom 2 name and your battery percent bar. At the far right is your power on and off. Then you have a volume slider up or down, your play and pause, then that beautiful bass up on or off. If I was to guess, I would say you're gonna have this on 95% of the time. Then we get equalizer. Go ahead and click on that. Tap preset. It's defaulted to Soundcore signature, but you get 3 other ones called voice, treble boost, and balanced. You also have the option to adjust it using their custom options. In here, use the 9-band EQ to move up or down to get that perfect setting. All right, next to audio, we have light. Click on that. Here we have 7 different lighting effects that are fully customizable. Clicking on the color palette lets you choose whatever color you want. They got some really cool choices that you can dive in and make it your very own. You can also adjust the brightness or turn it off completely for that, 24-hour battery statement. All right, let's revisit settings real quick. Here you can turn speaker prompts on or off, clipboard permissions on or off. You also have button brightness. I love the fact that you have control of making it brighter in darker conditions or just shutting it off when it's daylight. You also have auto power off, 5 minutes, 10, 20, or 60 minutes. And of course you can turn it off completely if you dare. And that's it. Very simple, but yet in a Soundcore app style. All right, let's go ahead and fire this up, show you the controls on deck, and go over some much needed music tests. Press and hold the power button until you hear the tone. And now you'll hear it connect. There we go. We're all connected, ready to go. Now, of course, you can operate everything from your device, but you will also be able to operate everything at the controls. That's right, you get all the features you'd expect, as in play pause, volume up or down, forward a track, reverse a track, answer, and even end calls. All the songs played in today's music tests are provided by SoundStripe. SoundStripe is a royalty-free platform that has unlimited music and sound effects from award-winning artists. Choose your favorite song titles from an assortment of genres. Scrub through their latest uploads and download until your heart's content. If you need stock footage, SoundStripe answers back with their stunning 4K HD video. Or how about sound effects? SoundStripe doesn't disappoint with a ton of different categories to pick from. Choose which plan works best for you and get creating today with SoundStripe. If you are on the fence of which royalty-free platform to go with, look no further than SoundStripe. I'll have all the details down in my description below where you can get yourself signed up, and be sure to use my code NOD10 and get yourself some additional discounts. You're welcome. All right, let's hit that bass hard with our first song called Glitter Bomb by Ghost Beats. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. Now, I know you guys can't get the full effect. I understand that. But believe me when I say this, that right there, just at that level, sounds so good. How about bass up? Guys ready for some volume? Here we go. Oh! It's incredible. It's incredible. Oh, man, it hits. Wow. All right. Like I said before, you aren't going to get the full effect. I mean, it's absolutely impossible using whatever professional mics that us content creators can use. Now, of course, that being said, I am using a premium professional mic, but it definitely doesn't do its justice. Like I said in the very beginning of this video, the sound is in the name. Boom 2. All right, obviously it's time for Brannon's pros and cons. Pro number 1, the insane sound that comes out of this little plastic lightweight speaker. It already sounds awesome enough with just using the 60 watt with the bass up off. But after engaging it, there's just no going back. Pro 2, love the lights. And not only do they add an extra pop to your party, but they're totally customizable, okay? I have yet to see that in any other speaker with LED lights. I mean, sure, you have choices of 1 through 5, or like this one, 1 through 7, but you also get to dive in and make it personally your own. Another pro is having a dedicated power bank in the back. There's going to be times where you want to take this that doesn't have any electricity. So having a power bank on board is going to be clutch in any situation that needs juice. Lastly, we mustn't forget the IPX7, which has made this completely waterproof. And don't forget, floatable. No worries what the weather's doing. If you want to take it boating or swimming or at the beach, you will certainly be the life of the party. Now, of course, where there's pros, there's got to be some cons. I could bring up the all plastic body, but again, it is a hard plastic. It's nice and light. Would you trade lighter versus heavier with more metal in it? I don't think so. I think Soundcore got it right this time in making this lighter and easier to transport wherever you go. I guess I could bitch about the 3.5mm auxiliary cable being absent, and obviously no connection in the back, but it just seems to be a trend that is starting to fade. one good con I could say is even though you have lights on the control panel, they never seem to light up the volume up or down or play pause. I don't know why that is. I would like to see all the controls lit up, but there is a raised edge and you can kind of feel your way. So I'm sure it's a muscle memory type thing. I also could complain about the price, but I'm not gonna, because I think it's priced exactly right. Speaking of which, why don't we cover that next? Now remember, I am not sponsored or endorsed through Soundcore. They have reached out to the channel numerous times, and I'm very blessed for that. They've only ever asked me to do an honest review, and here we are. Now I will drop you my Amazon affiliate link down in my description below and where you can pick up this gem. Yes, I get a small amount, but it's definitely nothing huge, but it does help me and the channel grow in providing you with informative content like today. Retailing for $129.99, but I have a code for you to use. At checkout, type in BOOM2INFYB US if you're in United States, or replace it with CA if you are in Canada. Get yourself $10 off, making the new Soundcore Boom 2 $119.99 plus tax $127.19. So still under for what it retails for. At this point of the review, it's definitely a no-brainer. I would recommend this speaker to anybody that wants to jam. What do you say? We open up a fortune cookie. All right. That means we are at the end of today's review. Aren't you guys so excited about that? Special word of the fortune is anxious. Some people can be anxious. I'm not, but doors will be opening for you in many areas of your life. Oh. Well, that's kind of deep. I wonder what that could be. If you've lasted this long in the review, well, you're either family or, there could be a little something wrong with you, but hey, you know better than I do. We don't judge here at this table. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe on your way out that door if you are not already. Should be by now. Make sure to catch me in my next video.